Hello there, it's gaming time! And as you might have noticed from the title of the video, today I'll be starting a new series about kind of new skill archaeology. And what I always like to do in archaeology is finish collections, for instance for Felucia. But Felucia is not the only one accepting collections, and it can become a bit complicated. That's why I decided to make this series. I can't finish the series yet, unfortunately, because as you can see, my archaeology level isn't high enough. But I can show you in the series already from 4 different types of series how to make them. So the first one we're going to focus on is the Zarosian 1 set. And I can actually show you in my restoration log. Zarosian is this one. And the ones in the first set are a Venator dagger, Venator light crossbow, Legionary gladius, Legionary square shield, Primus elementis standard, Zaros effigy, Zarosian training dummy, Legatus Maximus figurine, and Solum in Umbra painting. As you can see, I've collected and restored these quite a number of times because I've finished this collection quite a few times to get myself some grow notes, and because if the Pylon is active in Kharid-et, I usually collect these, and then later I have to collect these two because they're on the outside. So let's dive in. To start Zarosian 1, of course, you'll need to go to the Archeology Guild and go to Kharid-et. I mostly use the short key K, because if you click it, you have to press another button, and I don't feel like it, but if I just press K like I do now, I just immediately teleport. So the first 2 things you actually gonna need are the Venator dagger and the crossbow. Those are here outside of Kharid-et. You can actually see, if you survey, you can see what's in there. So Venator dagger and Venator light crossbow. Those are the ones we're going to need for the Zarosian 1 set. So for these two, there are 2 sets that require those 2 things. That's Felucia, and that's another one I'm going to show you later. So make sure you get at least 2 of those if you want to finish every collection set. Then you have to go inside, and as you can see, I can put in most a couple of things, couple of destinations. For the Zarosian 1 set, we'll have to go to the main forest. You can either click it or just press 1, and that works as well. So the second bit of the collection you'll actually find here in the middle of the room at the level 12 sets. And as you can see, Zaros effigy and Zarosian training dummy are in here. So activate them, and for these 2 you'll also have to collect them twice. One for the Felucia set and one for the other set. Then we've got this hidden room right here, where we actually got 3 different items in the remains. Primus elementis standard, Legionary gladius, and Legionary square shield. You can see it down here in the chat as well. You're going to need 2 of those. Do keep in mind that for some reason the legendary square shield is the hardest one to get. I mean, I've had times where I had like 5 premise elemental standards, 6 legendary gladiuses, and only 2 square shields. And I actually did ask around, and that's not just the case for me. Then we've got our final spot, which is all the way down here in the south, as you can see. And the things you're gonna need here are Legatus Maximus figurine and Solum in Umbra painting. The Legatus Maximus figurine isn't just used in the Volusia set and in the other guy's set that I'm going to talk about later, but actually in 2 more sets. So you'll want to gather 4 of those, and for the painting you want to gather 3 of them, because the painting is also in another set as well. Okay, so once you've done that, you'll need to restore them, and you actually need quite a bit of a list of things you'll have to restore them. For instance, the Venator dagger requires 16 third iron and 12 Zarosian insignia, so you're gonna have to make a huge list. I will be showing you a list of the materials you'll need around right here. And I also will paste it in the comments myself so you can see it later. I plan to make a huge Excel spreadsheet so you can actually fill in the unrestored artifacts you have, and it'll make a list of materials you'll need. So for the materials you're going to need here, I'll show you where the easiest to reach caches are. For instance, for some items like legendary gladius, you're going to need imp steel. That one is here and there as well. So once you finish this one up, you can empty it here. I strongly recommend you to use porters for these, or as I do, Grace of the Elves, and where I can add my porters as well. Well, the second bit, well, at the moment this one is empty and this one is full, but they are the same. It's the Zarosian insignia. You're gonna need that, for instance, for the dagger, but for some other stuff as well. So that's where this one is. I'll probably do another video on where to find the different materials as well, but this is for these sets. Tyrian purple is here, and you're going to need that for the painting. If you want want to know where the other materials are you're going to need for this, I'll post a video on that later, and then I'll show you. So I'm going to teleport back to the Archeology Guild, because I've already gathered and restored quite a few items, so I can show you how to add them to the collection and how that works and stuff like that. I actually made it on a preset. Oh, the preset doesn't work. That is unfortunate. I was going to bring one Everlife violin, because that one is from a totally different set, and then I can show you. Well, I've already filled that one in, never mind. I'm going to bring a couple of legendary gladiuses, some square shields, some premise elementis, some training dummies, some paintings. I need all of them, all of them, all of them, and one of them. And as you can see, I only have one Legatus Maximus figurine, and as I said, I need a couple more. I've added them to the other collections before, but I also want to add it to the Felucia and the other guys' collection, so I'll have to make another one before I can finish them. So first of all, let's go to Felucia. If you right click her, you can see the Archeology collection. And as you can see, she collects quite a bit. Well, the one we're going to need now is Zarosian 1, but say for instance you need Samarakian 1, you go there. Make sure this one says Samarakian 1 as well. Because if you, for instance, inspect this, I'm like, you can add it here, stuff like that. Oh, I got out of the collection, I'm going back again. And it's back to Zarosian 1. So you have to check both here and here if it's the correct one. Well, as you can see, I've already added most of this collection. I've actually already finished it quite a lot of times as well, but I just miss these two in there. Thankfully, I have got them at this point, so I'm going to contribute all, and as you can see, it only finished the collection. So now I've got a bunch of chronotes, which you can add to your currency pouch now. That is new and that is awesome. I better go do that. That will save me some bank space. So as you can see, it's totally empty. So if I want, I think I can finish it again because I think I have enough artifacts. So again, contribute all, and as you can see, it didn't add the other stuff extra because I want to add them later, so you don't have to worry about it all being added for some reason. That just doesn't happen. Also, you have to finish a collection before you can add some more. For instance, here I've already added quite a few stuff, just not these three because I can't reach them yet. I can't get them out yet, so I finished all these. But I can't add anything to it apart from these three, and only when I finish the entire set I can contribute again. So if you have some leftover artifacts, there are actually two things you can do with them. You can either donate them to the museum donation bin here, and you'll get some chronotes out of them. I can show you actually. Here it said Restoration, Legendary Gladius, and for 88 chronotes. But the normal one gives quite a bit more. So you can either keep them and try to make the other items to finish the set, or you can donate them. And the last thing you can do with them actually is disassemble them, and you actually get some ancient materials out of them, like classic components or historic components. I can't use them that if your invention level is higher than mine. You might actually be able to use them in some ancient tools, and yeah, but you can actually see if I analyze them. For instance, if I analyze this painting, it gives a chance for material 6 that excludes specials. So you get some specials and then some randoms as well, but you don't know which one you're gonna get in this instance. And if I show you the Legendary Gladius, As you can see, the junk chance is a bit higher because this one was excavated from a lower level than this one was. So if you want to really disassemble them, try for a higher level because the junk chance will be a lot lower. So as I said, there was another complete collection that collects Zarosian 1, and that one is in Varrock, and actually not that far from the Great Exchange. So normally I would just use my luck with the dwarves and teleport to the Great Exchange. I'm not gonna do that at this time because I want to show you the method that anyone can use. So I have to teleport myself to Varrock at first, so I can actually get to the lodestone. It always takes a while to teleport. Doesn't when you use the ring, but oh well. So here we are in Varrock, and he is somewhere around here on the map. He is actually on the next to the West Bank side, close to it. Here he is. You can see the icon already on screen. And this one he is. This is the collector. He is here, and you can just go to the archaeology collection, and yeah. So I make sure I press the right one. I make sure it's okay here. Here I just need a dagger. And as you could see on the other one, it gave you chronodes as a reward for your collection. This one actually gives pylon batteries. So I'm contributing that one, and you get both pylon batteries and chronodes. Well, as you can see, the one in Felucia gives more chronodes. So if you want to go for chronodes, go to Felucia. If you're not specifically going for chronodes, and you want to get XP because pylon batteries can give you XP, just go to this guy, enter them here. I'm going to contribute all, and as you can see, I miss a Venator dagger and I miss a Legatus Maximus figurine to complete the set. But I still have some Primus Elementis standard, so I'm like, I want to contribute those. No, you don't. You have nothing to contribute because I have to finish the set first. There are a couple of more places you'll need to go if you want to actually finish every set, and I can show you those because this painting, there's another spot. I just added it to Zarosian. I can do that again, which is at Imperial Impressionism. If you click on that, you can see its art critic jogs at the Varrock Museum. I've already edited it, but I'm going to show you where he is exactly. And I can't finish it yet because I don't have the right items, but I am going to show you where it is. So it's time to head over to the museum, which is always quite nice and fun. I don't have another Legatus Maximus figurine, so I can't exactly show you just to click on it and show you where it is. I can, however, show you another way to see into the collectors and to see what they still need. And hopefully I'll be able to find them and show you where they are. That was the point of me not having enough Legatus Maximus figurines. It happens though, it happens to all of us, and yeah. So it does not automatically add it to the currency pouch, but as you can't see them right now, so I'm going to have to remove one of them so I can put chronos in, but it actually shows you I have 11k here. I have more on my bank as well. Okay, and here is the art critic. And the art critics want, which makes sense, paintings. So the one from Zarosian said actually in Imperial Impressionism, and it's right here, and you can contribute it, and if you finish it you get some other stuff. So I'm going to show you the collector's information here. So we've already finished this one, and what we're going to do is sort it actually on just Zarosian, because the artifacts I want to hand in are Zarosian, and these are the people that accept Zarosian stuff. For the art critic, it's the Sullivan Umbra painting. This one is Chief Chess, and as you can see, the Legatus Maximus figurine is actually here. So I'm going to show you where he is. You have to teleport to Uglok, which is actually quite funny sounding name, to be honest, I think. So let's teleport to Uglok. And if your minimap is as big as mine, you can already see the sign here. So I'm just going to click on it and show you. So if you can't see it yet, you just walk around the wall, enter Uglok. Past a weird red thing, I don't know what it is, but that's okay. And the yellow thing, and enter the first building on the north. And there we have Chief Tess with his archaeology collection. And the Legatus Maximus figurine is in the showy fingers one. As you can see, I've added some other stuff in here as well. I can't add anything more because I'll have to finish this collection first. Okay, back to collector information. Back to Zarosian. And normally, as I showed you before, you can just click it and it will show where you haven't added it in yet and where you can still add it in. So we've been to the art critic, we've been to Chief Tess, we've been to Soran, which was the one in Varrock. We've been to Felucia. I'm going to finish visit here again because I have some leftovers. And the last one on the list is Wise Old Man in Draining Village. And as you can see, the Legatus Maximus figurine is in there as well in the part Magic Man. So I'm going to show you real quick where he is. So you have to teleport to Draining Village. And just, yeah. Teleporting always takes a while. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But you end up there eventually, and it's a lot better than walking. So you'll just have to walk into Draining Village from the lodestone. And as you can see, there's already a sign up there that says Archeology Collector. I really love them. It makes it so much easier to find them. And we're going to open the door. We're going to get inside, and as you can see, there's an archaeology collection. And here's the Magic Man with the Legatus Maximus figurine. So I do have some leftover artifacts here as well. So I'm just going to teleport back to Felucia because I mostly add all my leftovers to Felucia. And that's actually because I want to get chronodes more than the Pylon batteries. So I'm going to the archaeology collection, I'm going back to Zarosian one and contribute all the last stuff I have. I think I might have some stuff left on my bank as well. And what is the chance? A shield pylon just became active in Kharid-et, so I can't show you, unfortunately, how to add my pylon batteries. But I can tell you and sort of show you. They actually contribute to making the shield pylons more active. Because everything Zarosian is used with pylon apart from these 3 places which are from the same stuff right there outside. Let us go back in. And as you can see, it makes it purple. They're active. You got a nice buff here as well, which gives you an additional 10% archaeology XP. It's worth it. Increase the methods precision and access to the Shadow Realm. And the Shadow Realm is when it shows you the legendary guys when you've added the 10 pylon batteries to a Shadow Anchor. Well, right here is the pylon, and you can click it by charging it. I don't want to charge it, I have to wait, but if you want you can still charge it if you want, but it's kind of useless. Mostly a lot of people show up when the pylon is active because, as you can see, it shows it into the chat. And yeah, I think that's about it. Oh yeah, of course you'll get some soil. Just go to add them to your soul box. I can recommend you to add it as a short key, which I did. And well, that was it. How to finish the Zarosian one set and where you can hand everything in. So let's just say bye.